Obviously, it's been a challenging time recently with your results. You haven't won in 5, which is your longest winless run since you arrived at the football club, and haven't won in the Europa League yet. How confident are you you've got the group, the mindset and the mentality to approach this big game with Ajax and pick up your first win in the competition?
I have big confidence in my player, but we are fighting. We are trying to win every game, not in Europe League. It's a very tough moment, I think. We are losing a lot of players, but we are able to win and to play better than we are playing. It's a different season. I told the last conference is a different season, but I think we have adapted, and yeah, it's important to win tomorrow. Every game is important, but tomorrow is important for the group.
Roberto, the group is very open, wide open. Is it a must-win game for you? Do you think this?
But every game we have to win. We have to try to win. I think in Europe League there are 6 games, and to finish in the first place on the table in Europe League tomorrow we have to win. But we have another 3 games after tomorrow, and we reach the game in total confidence, in total positive mentality, and don't play only for the result. We have to play showing our quality, the quality of the players, the quality which were important last season to reach the Europe League.
Roberto, can I just ask about team news for tomorrow, and if you've got any more detail on Solly March's injury and how long you expect him to be out?
Yeah, Solly March's injury, Danny Welbeck as well, but we are enough to play to win the game.
Just on Solly, do you know, have you got any more detail on the injury?
Solly, unfortunately, is a very, very tough injury, very important injury. We will lose him for a long time, for a long period, and for Welbeck the same.
Both long term?
Yeah.
Mr. Zerbi, you're always very well prepared for matches. Could you share your analysis of Ajax, their strengths and their weaknesses, please?
It's difficult to analyze Ajax because they are spending not a very good moment, but they are still Ajax. The history of Ajax is incredible, unbelievable, and we respect a lot of them. But we are Brighton, and when we play in a good way, what we are able to do, I think we have the chance to win the game.
You mentioned after the game in Marseille that you are a small club in Europe. You could say maybe that Ajax is a big club historically in Europe. What would it mean for Brighton to beat Ajax?
Because we are getting used to playing in Europe League. We are getting used to playing 3 games per week, and for Brighton is the new things, is the new habit. For Ajax, no. For Ajax, every year they play in European competition. Every year they play 3 games per week in this period. And for us, it's the first time. But anyway, in the football, there are 22 players, only one ball, and one referee. And if you are better, you can win with history, without history. It's not the most important things.
Hi Roberto, you say about how important this game is, but also for the fans, if you could say anything to the fans before going into tomorrow night, what would you tell them?
They don't need to listen nothing from me because they know they are very important for us, for my players, and they are understanding the moment that we are spending now. They have to be proud for the players because the players are fantastic guys. They are working harder than last season because they wanna compete in the right way, in our way, in the Brighton way. But sometimes it can happen to lose the game, and we are sad when we lose because we want to make happy our fans every game, in every competition, at home and away. Nothing changed for us.
Hi Roberto, with Solly and Danny, have you been able to talk to them, give them any sort of messages of motivation, encouragement, consolation, and will they be part of the squad? Will they still be sort of around the squad?
But no, Danny Welbeck is in the training ground every day, and Solly, I've not seen him after Manchester, but we love Solly, and we will be very close with him to support him every day. But we have to accept because the football is like this and can happen. Injury can happen to lose the season. It's football.
Roberto, can I just ask, I don't know if you know this, but if you've got any more detail on Solly's injury, because we were led to believe anterior cruciate ligament and meniscus. Do you know any more?
I know, but it's not my job to inform you about the injury. I know we lose an important player for a long time, but I don't want to cry because sometimes the coaches cry when they lose players. And we have to move on and to work harder to find a different solution. Facundo Buonanotte will find more space for sure. Adingra will become more important for this team. Evan Ferguson will be important last season, the same of last season, and we are waiting for Julio Enciso. I don't know how much time he needs to back in group, and we have to work harder and don't speak too much about the injury because we have to accept.
Okay, should we go to Joel? Johnny, do we want to follow the same pattern?
Joel, you're coming up against your old club. Just tell us what the emotions will be like for you to play against Ajax, and tell us a little bit about your time with the club over such a long period in your career.
Yeah, I've played there since I was like 10 years old. So almost like 18, 19 years. So special game. I don't know what I have the last couple of days, but it's sort of a special feeling when you play against your old club. Maybe even more special the away game in Amsterdam Johan Cruyff Arena at the moment. But for especially this one, to have a nice start against Ajax, your old club, it's again special, great feeling, and that's why I'm here as well. It's all those things are coming along with it, but again, special, yeah.
Joel, for you, when you were at Ajax, there was an expectation to perform well in European competitions to get to the latter stages. You got to the final of this competition in 2016-17 when you were at Ajax. How does that compare to being at Brighton, where there's less expectation, perhaps externally, but still you're expected to perform and pick up results.
Yeah, that's the thing. What's quite similar is maybe, with Ajax we had to win every game, but now sometimes you can lose, maybe a bit less crisis, you know what I mean? But we want to win every game at the moment, and that's always, since I've been here, that's always the case, and that's what I really liked over here. Doesn't matter if we play against City or whatever, we're disappointed if we lose points, so that's quite similar with my Ajax period, yeah.
Joel, given the position Ajax are in at the moment, I just wonder if you'd spoken to many people at the club about what's going on and what your take on their situation is.
Yeah, they're in, for them, a bad spot, I would say. Lots of things are going on, especially off the pitch, so it's difficult to say that they fired their coach then a couple of days ago. Can be a positive thing for them, but it also can be a negative thing. So it's difficult to say how they will react on the pitch tomorrow, yeah.
Can I just check with Roberto very quickly? You mentioned about losing a season with Solly, or just injuries in general. Do you expect him to play again this season?
I don't know. It's difficult to give you to fix the time. For sure, is a long period. I don't know how many months, but it's a long injury.
Can I do it in Dutch?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Could we do that at the end? Was that all right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
And then we do you guys at the end.
Hi, Joel. Going into tomorrow, obviously it's a very big game for the club, as I said. But as a player, with all of the injuries that we've had at the squad, how is that as a player to cope with, both on the pitch, off it? Is it tough?
Yeah, it is. Again, every player you lose because of injuries is disappointed. Now, again, with Solly and Danny, who are like big players for us, it's a massive disappointment, 100%. But we have to deal with it, like the Gaffer said. You have to move on. We have a big game coming up tomorrow, and we have loads of players who can fill their gap, I would say. And we have quality enough to do that. Yeah.
Okay, we'll take 2 questions in Dutch now.
Joao, doet het jou ook nog pijn als Ajax ziet om de ontwikkelingen te zien in Amsterdam?
100%, tuurlijk. Ik bedoel, wat ik zei, ik heb daar 18, 19 jaar gespeeld. Dus als je dan ziet verliezen van ik noem het Utrecht, laatste wedstrijd, ja, dan doet het je pijn. En dan komen ze nog meer in een teleurstelling eigenlijk. Alsof die gifbeker echt leeg moet, zeg maar. Dus dat doet wel pijn, ja zeker.
Joel, does it hurt to see Ajax perform this badly this season? 100% yes, I've been there for 18, 19 years throughout my life, and to see them lose against Utrecht, it only hurts even more to see them go even further down into the bottom.
Ben jij deze dagen ook nog gebruikt om informatie over Ajax te geven hier bij Brighton?
Nee, natuurlijk heb ik wel wat vragen gekregen van analisten onder andere. Maar ik heb zelf ook geen contact meer met spelers die er zitten, dus echt inside information heb ik niet, nee.
Have you been used to inform about Ajax in any way or sense? Well, yeah, I have some analysts who have come and asked me some questions, but I have no inside information. I am not in contact with Ajax, so I couldn't really help them on this front.
Nog even wat meer vanuit Brighton perspectief, maar dit is voor jullie wel het moment om Ajax te verslaan, denk ik, of niet?
Ja, wat ik zei, het kan natuurlijk 2 kanten op gaan voor een team als Ajax op dit moment. Nogmaals, voor ons maakt het eigenlijk niet zoveel uit of ze naar boven in de league stonden of onderaan. Of 17e dan nu. Maar ja, wij willen winnen. Wij willen naar die 4 punten toe. Belangrijk voor ons. Europees eerste win in Europa League. Dat is heel speciaal voor ons. En nogmaals, dat maakt het niet uit waar ze staan in de table.
For Brighton, this is the moment to beat Ajax, isn't it? Well, yeah, as I said, it could go both ways. Whether the Ajax is on the top of their division or at the bottom of their league, it doesn't really matter for us. At the end of the day, we just want to win our first European game, which would be a very special feat for us as Brighton.
Hey Joel, AT5 hier. We zijn net even de stad in geweest met een foto van jou. Je bent echt enorm populair. Hoe doe je dat?
Ja, hard werken. Zoals ik altijd heb gedaan, zou ik zeggen. Nee, ik moet zeggen, dat is ook zeker een reden waardoor ik mijn contract verlengd heb. Ik voel me heel erg gewaardeerd hier. Van de trainer, maar ook van de fans vooral. En als je op straat loopt, supermarkt, wat dan ook. Iedereen wil even met je op een foto, praatje maken. Hey, doe het goed, succes dit weekend. Die positiviteit, ja, die helpt mij heel erg en dat waardeer ik ook heel erg. En dat is ook zeker een reden geweest waardoor ik hier langer blijf.
So we've been into Brighton, into the city, and with your picture, and we've shown it to some people in the streets. And you're extremely popular. How do you manage to be that popular in Brighton? Well, yeah, hard work, isn't it? Very hard work. Well, to be honest, this was another reason for me to extend my contract. I must say I feel very comfortable and at home here. And every time I go into the city and I talk with the people in the streets, these positive vibes that I'm really experiencing here in Brighton, they just make me feel very much at home. And I'm so happy for the place I'm in here, in the city.
Je bent nu ook alweer een tijdje weg uit Amsterdam en bij Ajax. Mis je de stad soms en dan ook wel Ajax? Eerlijk zeggen?
Ja, nee, ik ben altijd eerlijk. Natuurlijk, Amsterdam is wel een grote stad waar je nogmaals vanaf je 10e bent geweest. Dus natuurlijk, je hebt wat restaurantjes, wat mensen, vooral vrienden eigenlijk, familie en vrienden die je mist. En de club, ja, ik ben hier echt wel op mijn plek. Ik heb niet zoiets van, oké, ik moet terug of wat dan ook. Misschien in de toekomst, wie zal het zeggen, weet ik niet. Maar nogmaals, ik ben echt happy hier en ja, dat staat op dit moment boven alles, ja.
So it's been a while since you've left Amsterdam. Do you miss the city at all? I mean, be honest with us. Do you miss Amsterdam? Well, of course, it's a very big city. I have my friends there. I know many places in Amsterdam. I have also family over there. But to be honest with you, this is really my place. I found my place here in Brighton. So who knows, maybe in the future I might return at some point. But for now, I'm fine where I am.
Je had natuurlijk het filmpje gezien hè, van Kale en Kokkie. 2 grote fans van jou. Ze hadden ook nog een verzoekje of je tijdens de training Mitoma een klein tikje kon geven. Zodat hij misschien iets minder goed is morgen. Is dat gelukt?
Nee, is niet gelukt. Nee, hij was te snel voor mij. Dus nee, ik moet ze teleurstellen. Hopelijk gaat hij het goed doen voor ons morgen tegen, ja, wie zal het zeggen, de rechtsachter van Ajax.
Did you saw the small movie made by some Ajax fans, some Ajax analysts called The Bold One and Cocky. And they said in their movie that you should give Kaoru Mitoma a small, a little nudge or like a little kick during the training in order to get him a bit, to lessen his performance tomorrow. Did you manage to kick him during the training session or did you not manage? Well, no, in the end I decided not to do so, and I really hope he will be in good form tomorrow and to perform as well as possible to win against the Ajax back.
Laatste vraag. Is hier ook een lokale zender en kunnen ze tippen aan AT5?
Nou, je hebt wel een hele leuke. De Argus is dat onder andere. En dat is een plaatselijke krant hier, dan zeg maar. Een beetje tv, maar minder tv dan jullie doen, zeg maar. Maar echt zo kort op de spelers, moet ik zeggen, dat is hier niet. Misschien komt het wel in de toekomst, hoe groter de club wordt natuurlijk. Maar op dit moment is er niet een AT5 vergelijkbaar hier, nee.
Top, dankjewel. Succes hè, morgen.
Dankjewel.
Final question. Is there an 85, like in Amsterdam, kind of news agency here in Brighton as well? Is there local news on television as well for Brighton? Well, there's the Argus, a local newspaper. It's not as much on video as you guys are, but it does exist. Maybe in the future there might become some more video specific for Brighton.
Joao, ik had nog 1 vraag over de man die naast je zit aan de rechterkant. Heb je ooit onder een trainer gewerkt die zoveel van jou vraagt als speler?
Nou, ik had wel een beetje de vergelijking gemaakt met Frank de Boer onder andere, omdat hij ook altijd eiste, niet 90 minuten, maar 96 minuten lang, dat je echt gefocust was. Tactisch gezien is die man rechts van mij, Roberto, gewoon one of a kind daarin. Maar zeker als in mentality-wise, zeg maar mentaal gezien, wilt hij gewoon, of er nou een simpele balpaas is, over 5 meter of een lange bal, wilt hij gewoon echt dat je gefocust bent. Altijd de bal kan verwachten, dat soort dingen, weet je wel. Dus als ik dan een vergelijking moet maken, zou ik Frank de Boer kiezen, ja.
Dankjewel.
Just one final question about the man sitting at your right, Roberto. Have you ever had a coach which asked so much from you in your life, in your entire career? Well, if I had to compare him to any coach, I would compare him to Frank de Boer, in the sense that he also is a person who would ask you not to go the 90 minutes, but the full 96 minutes, to run even the final mile, to do everything possible as for your mentality. But as for the technical aspects of Roberto's trainings, they are always just on top. You have to be completely 100% on top of your game, whether it's a very small pass in between or a long kick. He never lets you calm and not concentrate.
First 11. the relaxation contract. 1 year more.
Yeah, it's good. We call Tony.
Italiano?
Dopo l'olandese andiamo sull'italiano, dai.
Mi rilasso,
Ci rilassiamo un attimo. Allora, vorrei intanto capire come si prepara una partita contro una squadra che ha appena esonerato un allenatore.
Non credo che possano cambiare in 2 giorni o stravolgere tutto. Sicuramente ci concentriamo tanto su di noi, come del resto lo si fa sempre. Poi l'avversario è altrettanto importante, però domani in casa non abbiamo ancora vinto in Europa, veniamo da un periodo difficile e quindi se non c'è motivazione più grande che pensare a se stessi.
Prima si è parlato un po' di Mitoma, vorrei parlare... la traduzione, scusate.
Finally, a question in Italian. Yeah, finally. I can finally breathe freely. So how do you prepare against a team that is performing as it is right now? Well, and to be honest with you, in our preparations, we do not change too much. Of course, we focus on ourselves. Ajax, the match tomorrow is very important, but it's important. The most important thing is to focus on ourselves, as we have never won yet at home in the European League. So that's what I would say.
Dicevamo di Mitoma, parliamo di qualche statistica, perché le statistiche del Brighton dicono che è il migliore quest'anno per assist, per accelerazioni palla al piede, per tiri totali, occasioni create, e ne ho citate solo alcune. Guardiola di lui ha detto che è un giocatore incredibile e è nel posto giusto e con l'allenatore giusto per continuare a crescere. Se dovesse scegliere un aggettivo o raccontarci qualcosa che non sappiamo di Mitoma?
Non so se è con l'allenatore giusto, sicuramente Mitoma è il giocatore giusto per tutti gli allenatori. Di aggettivi ne puoi utilizzare quanti ne vuoi, io credo che sia molto sottovalutato. Ancora il mondo del calcio non ha percepito fino in fondo il valore di Mitoma, e dicendo questo ho detto tanto.
E per questo avete prolungato fino al 2027.
Quello è stato il prolungamento di Mitoma, è stato un segnale importante. Poi dopo non so se il prolungamento equivale a venderlo a una cifra più alta. Io spererei che il prolungamento equivalga invece a tenerlo con noi e a costruire anno dopo anno sempre squadre più forti.
Grazie.
So I had a question about Gaulo Mitoma. His statistics for Brighton are absolutely insane in the amounts of assists and goals and passes and accuracy. He seems to be the right player at the right time in the right place at all times. Do you have any sort of adjective in order to describe Gaulo Mitoma for us? Well, indeed, he's actually an amazing player. If you want a specific adjective in order to describe him as a player, I would say underestimated, undervalued. I don't think the footballing world has truly realized what an important and incredible talent the player is. Was this another reason for you to prolong his contract to 2027? Yes, this prolongation of his contract at Brighton is an important sign. And hopefully the prolongation was not just to sell him for a higher price in the future, but hopefully it's truly for him to remain here at us.
And to build a better team.
Certo. Yeah, and to build a better team.
Thank you.
L'avevo dimenticato, è importante.